Hello everyone, we are covering the Bughouse World Championship. We're going to be covering a match of 12-teen and blitzbullet versus littleplotkin and gulamalirises, which should be starting momentarily. I am looking for co-commentators, so if anyone wants to commentate with me, let me know. Looks like Hey Zarkov will be streaming this as well, but in Russian, so let me give him a shout out. You happen to speak Russian. And here we go. So blitzbullet 12-teen, extremely fast team. Littleplotkin is fast as well. I think gulamalirises probably be the slowest of these four, but he's pretty fast himself. There was a point in Bughouse history when gulamalirises was the best in the world. He is a little bit rusty. Many consider 12-teen to have been the best in the world as of 6 months or a year ago. Some think that Katask has overtaken him. So yeah, this is a bunch of world caliber players playing Bughouse here. blitzbullet is going to try to clear off some of these pawns that are in his face, get a little bit safer. Littleplotkin is surprisingly safe. These knights do a good job covering the dark squares. And Plotkin is worried about offense rather than defense. This is a nice move to lop off that pawn. So he's not going to take it immediately because he's going after the queen. Queen trade is on offer, which would benefit gulamalirises since he has checkmate in 1. So 12-teen would like to take the queen with check, and then he can save his queen. Blitzbullet is getting very safe now, so the bishop even covers here. Yeah, there's no longer rooks cover the back rank. Blitzbullet seems safe forever now. Gulamalirises has a much looser king. Meanwhile, Littleplotkin is going on a king walk. If 12-teen ever runs out of check, then Littleplotkin may have a very good counterattack. This looks mate-ish. I mean, king here, pawn check. I was using the knight. Okay. Leave the rook for later. And that is mate. Our score is now 1-0, favoring blitzbullet and 12-teen. Anyone wants to co-commentate, let me know. The 12-teen is attacking. Rook would mate Plotkin. But he does not. 12-teen doesn't wait for it. 12-teen is actually up about 7 seconds here. So he could wait for pieces in theory. But I think he's going to keep making chess moves as long as he can. Going for promotions. Maybe just march this pawn up. Meanwhile, on the blitzbullet board, that's where all the pieces are. And gulamalirises seems safe enough. These dark squares are covered a bunch. And blitzbullet is completely safe. No penetration near the king. Ace wall. Can I chat the score? The current score is 2-0. Hey, who do we have here? Hey, Cabbage, how are you doing?
Oh, Chuck. Just woke up. No, just kidding.
Just woke up, okay. So blitzbullet and
Listen.
12-teen currently in the lead 2-0.
Oh,
Okay. And now that is 3-0, favoring 12-teen and blitzbullet. But we don't expect this to be a clean sweep. Littleplotkin and gulamalirises are extremely talented. So we think this
Oh, what was
will
that? He just hung a
start
rook.
to get
Probably
competitive
lost
at
one.
some point. Our score is now 4 to nothing though. And what does this match go to? Is this to 16 or?
Yeah, this is to 16.
Okay.
So they
This
have to
knight
win 12 more
is
games.
Gulamali's friend. He is not going to take it.
And then it becomes blitzbullet's friend as it goes back to h4 to support a pawn
Yeah,
on g2.
it did become blitzbullet's friend. Now it's hard to stop queen at h1.
Yeah. So I guess they go knight g3.
Trying to
so
undermine the knight various ways. Eventually that knight will be overloaded. Plotkin doesn't have pieces to mount a counterattack, and this king is very well defended. Could have even taken that pawn. So they've resigned it. The score is now 5 to nothing, favoring blitzbullet and 12T. And we see the blitzbullet setup where you fianchetto castle and push h3. This is a very safe setup.
It's especially good for the extra flow that blitzbullet and gulamalirises get every game from being the slower board.
Absolutely. Yeah, so 12T and littleplotkin play faster than the other board, so they tend to trade all and get down to endgame type positions with very few pieces on their board. Meanwhile, the other board has every piece in the world in their hands. So if blitzbullet knows that his king is safe forever, then he can just attack Gulamali and it's very hard to play under those circumstances if you are blitzbullet's opponent.
Yeah. Here 12-teen is sitting for a pawn. You might wonder, why don't I just drop a knight on e3? Well, actually, it's not directly attacking f2, so littleplotkin can just give away his queen and do his thing. So he needs something that can hit f2 and d2. And they're the faster team, so it makes a lot of sense to sit for a pawn.
Yeah, so the pawn could go at e3 or c3. Both are good. If they were down to time, then knight at e3 or knight at c3 would make sense.
Oh yeah, c3
now
makes
they've
more
traded
sense.
everything.
Yep.
And that king is coming out for a walk.
Will it reach a8? It'll get cut short.
Very nice mate.
Yes.
My score is now 6 to nothing, favoring blitzbullet and 12T.
Okay, Plotkin goes on the offensive. This is, I think, a good thing. Whichever player goes on the offensive will slow down the partner's opponent because they'll have to hold flow that they otherwise wouldn't normally have to.
This is looking quite good for Plotkin.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure about those last two moves. Maybe.
There's four knights on the board.
It's not what I would have thought of if you told me 4 knights.
Yeah, and a few pawns mates, and Plotkin is up 10 seconds. So I think this is going to be a win for the Plotkin team.
Yep.
Bishop pawn would mate, or pawn would mate. But yeah, essentially 3 pawns mates.
Yeah, so he'll drop one on c6 so that if king a8, then knight c7 check is an option. And he can reroute it to a6.
And he did. So now on knight mates, a rook mates. A pawn doesn't mate immediately, but after the knight trades, more pawns will mate.
Yeah. And if he can't drop a queen.
And still up about 8 seconds.
should be an idea somewhere. Oh yeah, he can go knight at e3 here on if he wants to force a rook, because if bishop takes e3, then he can drop a pawn on b2, and then go rook at a1. But if f takes e3, then he can move knight g4 check, and now he wins the rook. Okay, this is over. Yeah.
Oh, promotion. Yep.
Very nice.
Great technique by Plotkin. And maybe they found the secret sauce to get some wins here. Our score is now 6-1, favoring blitzbullet and 12-teen. Now little Plotkin realizes he needs to attack. And the inherent problem, as we've mentioned, is it's very difficult for gulamalirises to attack, because this setup makes the king usually safe forever. And in the meantime, blitzbullet can sack whatever he wants to get in on gulamalirises, which he will eventually. Queen takes rook might have been a good thing to do, as if rook takes back, you have the knight check. But blitzbullet is coming in.
He prefers to keep the pawn on f2 for
Maybe
as long
bishop
as possible.
h3. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to take the rook. If the pawn's on f2, it's a lot safer for the king.
Indeed.
Knight h8 is an option. Bishop g7, pawn f7.
Yeah, he might put a pawn for g7 instead, so he could threaten promotion.
Yep, very true. However, 12-teen probably wants some sort of diagonal piece to drop on f3. So
blitzbullet is actually down about 1 or 2 seconds though, so gonna have to find a move.
Knight takes g3, that is a questionable move. Oh, I guess he wants to defend. Try to draw the knight away from h5. However, doesn't really make his king that much safer.
Maybe bishop at g7. If you walk towards the knight, then you have bishop to e6. And if you walk away, then that knight can just take the knight on g3.
Yeah, that could work.
Hey,
well,
Anders
maybe
here, guy.
After a knight takes g3, he might be... Oh no, he really just wants to defend.
Thanks very much to the raid from Paracox. Or Paracopes, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, Anders, I've been doing chess variants, mainly Bughouse and 4-player chess, for about 4 years now. And I can point you to some other variant streamers if you want. Specifically...
Oh,
great mate.
He pre-moved his king into checkmate.
Thanks for the
That's
follow.
one of the big risks. Yeah.
Definitely a risk from pre-moving. Thanks for the follow from Orion Alt 1. So yeah, Anders, if you look in my profile, there is a stream team of chess variants streamers. So if you click on the chess variants there, it will link you to a bunch of other people who stream 4-player chess and Bughouse and Crazy House, Atomic, Giveaway, and all sorts of other things. And to the extent that there are variant streamers not on that list, it is not because I haven't invited them, it's because they haven't accepted. About half the chess variant streamers have accepted and half have been invited.
Here we see potential downfall of a Fiat Shadow system, which is if white sacks on f7 before you get to castle and gets a lot of pieces, then now Gulamalirises is a really great position.
Yeah, Gulamalirises for sure has checkmate here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
What is this bishop
excellent
move?
Bishop. An excellent bishop move to cut off the king's retreat.
Okay, fair enough.
Otherwise, king e6, king d6, king c7, the king might run to safety, but now for sure, it's just stuck on f5. Very nice technique from Gulamalirises.
Oh, nice mate. So our score right now is 7-2, favoring blitzbullet and 12-teen. This is the Bughouse World Championship in the open section. The round of 8 is a double elimination round. And I think we're in the second week of that double elimination round, which should last.
Oh wow, that knight fork is... Well, actually it doesn't end up doing too much, because... Well, blitzbullet uses the extra knight to get a queen out of it, but... Yeah. One thing I've noticed is that gulamalirises is now pre-moving a bit more than perhaps is optimal because he knows his team will be downtime. So blitzbullet is taking advantage accordingly.
He
For
is.
example, he had a g5 move in the opening that won the knight.
Again, we see
just dropped the pawn on g5.
blitzbullet is safe forever.
Yep.
Most of the action happening on the Plotkin board.
Blitzbullet really wants to take on h5, but queen is bad for his partner, so he'll just play safe for now and try to hold material. On knight b3 check, he'll probably play king b6. He went knight d3, so take everything.
Question is, will Plotkin get mate here? And the answer, honestly, is probably not. Plotkin doesn't have anything else to attack with. He really needs like a rook or queen or knight.
Yeah, or even a knight.
But now he is not on the attack. Now he's defending, and there is no defense. The score is now 8-2, favoring 12-team blitzbullet.
Knight at e4, always a strong counter to bishop c5 moves.
Yep. Attacks and defense.
Knight at f6 would be cool if he gets a second one, but also it might lead to him getting mated, so...
Let's try to undermine this pawn for fork. But yeah, gulamalirises has not moved his king's bishop. So he's in a bit of a bind here.
Yeah, well, actually, no, he does have knight at f6 and pawn. Yeah, take bishop at e7, and he'll take the queen with tempo.
Yeah?
Oh, but 12-team tricked littleplotkin by dropping a pawn on f5 to allow the knight h5 drop.
Yeah.
Now we'll see who mates first.
Dead.
Oh, and he doesn't find the mate fast enough, so now they're down on time. That was a close one.
Was a close one. So rook in is mate. Was up. Okay.
Yeah, but they were down like 0.5.
His eyes on. Games are interesting if Plotkin can survive 10 moves. That's always a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, dark squares are weak here. Plotkin could come in.
Plotkin definitely has an advantage on his board. He could have pushed e3 the previous move. Okay, he does it now. He'll need pieces though. Okay, now he's gonna get pieces, so...
Plotkin is up about 3 seconds.
Well, my riser should really take the knight on f2. If he sees what his partner's board looks like. But he doesn't.
If he takes the knight and reveals the d file, pawn at d2, you wait for blitzbullet to start attacking.
Oh yeah, that's true. But based on Plotkin's position, he really needs material. Or he needed material earlier, so...
Yeah, I think 12-team has come back to safety, especially with the extra material he has.
He's a lot more comfortable in this position now. Meanwhile, gulamalirises also seems pretty safe, so that helps. Though I'm not so sure about 96, yeah. I need a heavy to mate, otherwise he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't see mate anymore. 12-team up about 6 seconds.
Oh, g7's a nice move. Sort of draw a piece over so that whenever you capture it with check, then you still keep the initiative. I'm trying to think about what this promoting,
grabbing some material. And 12-team is just going for the queen.
So this game may come down to 12-team chessing Plotkin.
Which should be relatively easy up this many pieces.
Yeah. Oh, he hangs mates. Okay, so blitzbullet was waiting for pawn and knight. He had a very nice f1 queen tactic, clearing the f2 square for a knight drop.
He did. So our match score is 10-2, favoring blitzbullet and 12-team. 10-2.
Blitzbullet really needs a bishop here. Okay, yeah, bishop h7.
I believe this match is first to 16 with a win by 2 condition.
So that he can cover the g6 square. Okay, now bishop takes h6 looks really strong.
Yeah.
Or bishop takes f7 too. He prefers to control the light squares. Oh, and 12-10 should win this. He can force the queen even. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Another mate for 12-10. Our score is 11-2, favoring 12-10 of blitzbullet.
Okay, gulamalirises can now sack on f7.
We would like more material. Oh, I don't like that. I think he should have pawn checked first.
Yeah, that gets him out. Of course, if he does actually put pawn check after king h7, knight takes g6, he'd need another knight, so I don't know how likely that is, but... Oh no. That doesn't look too good.
Is going for a run. It would be a short-lived run. Bishop mates.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just eating
that's
some
very
material.
nice. He's threatening rook h7 mate. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's
There's
mate.
that bishop we talked about. Our score right now is 12-2. Favoring blitzbullet 12-10.
A far bigger margin than I was thinking would happen.
Yeah, me too. I thought it would be a lot closer than this. Although Miss Jenny did predict at the very beginning of the match, I think 16-2. She might be correct.
Yeah. It seems like the extra, just the speed is by itself making a huge difference in this match.
It is. Oh, that just hung a knight. Blitzbullet hung a knight, so that gives them more chances.
Oh, he could have taken on d5 there. Okay, so he gives up his queen just to stay safe.
Yeah, but
bishop takes d5.
We see this structure. It's so hard for gulamalirises to penetrate. Like, you need a few tempos, like not just one tempo.
Yeah, this is true. That's why a lot of times in more modern, I say this, this sounds like really proper.
And like, he can't afford to keep attacking, because if he gives up one more tempo, blitzbullet is just gonna mate him. In the meantime, 12-10 is chess and littleplotkin up 2 queens. And just look at this structure. It's just so hard to get in. Yeah, a lot of players would play like h5 and then pawn at g4, but it does weaken g6.
No, it's still more modern. I think like 12-10 plays like bishop takes f3, knight f5. There's two ways to counter this, but you definitely do want to be attacking the king side structure instead of grabbing material on the queen side and hoping partner is able to get something done.
So this time Plotkin is up about 6 seconds and may try to win at chess, but I don't think he has quite enough to do that effectively.
Bishop takes h3. Interesting.
Gulamalirises, I think, trying to trade a few things for Plotkin, but
yeah.
I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he's losing material in the process.
Oh, c7 wasn't it? Okay, the tides have turned. 12-10 is now safe.
This move is nice. You can't take it because of pawn check, pawn check. Oh, this is nice. Rook takes, pawn in, and then rook at h1 is mate.
Yeah.
So gulamalirises found a cute little mate there. And now all Plotkin needs to do is live for a few seconds here. So he's down to one bishop first. Like a lot of other things. He's exploiting some pre-moves though. Okay, another one for Plotkin and Gulamalirises. Our score is now 13-3, favoring 12-10 blitzbullet.
Okay, once again, Gulamalirises goes on the offensive, which I think is better strategy for him than. Oh, whoa, and a potential queen trade. Is there anything he can do with it though?
Oh, so queen trade came right back, which favors gulamalirises in this particular position.
Yeah, blitzbullet might not like that queen so much. I seems to be doing fine with it. He'll probably end up giving it back at some point, but
Yeah.
for now, it does feel like he's able to stay safe. Another knight would be annoying to deal with, though. Okay, and he gets the knight, so now knight at g5 is coming in. Oh, and one more knight after that. Huh.
This looks favorable. Even if queen takes, you play knight at h6.
Yeah. I want the
Oh, now there's
unfortunate things.
discovered checks.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably. Oh yeah, that's mate. That's mate. 96 is mate. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, just another mate idea. Or sorry, a double check idea.
Yeah. Our score right now is 13-4, favoring 12-team blitzbullet. Is sacked. Pawn plus knight mates for him.
Oh,
And
well, this is unfortunate.
A pawn, now pawn mates.
He has to hold a queen because his queen's attacked twice on e2. But then that means he has to give a lot more material.
Just the pawn mates, so it doesn't
Oh yeah,
take that
now
much.
pawn mates. Yeah. Yeah,
What?
he can't even stop. Yeah, knight at f6 is mating.
Oh, okay.
The idea
Nice
with bishop h6 is that g7 is attacked so many more times than it is defended that it is physically impossible for black to defend that square. So it's really good if you can find such moves because they'll buy time, which is very valuable in double sit situations or neutral sit. Okay, bishop g6 is nice.
Let's pull it on the attack and has a safe forever king.
If he gets another knight at f5 would be pretty fun. If he gets a rook, that's also
Rook
just
is
made
even better. Okay. So that's made into.
Whoops. Oh, and now we're at match point.
Match
15-4.
15-4, favoring 12-team blitzbullet. So if 12-team blitzbullet win this game, they win the match. 12-team on the attack. Oh, should have waited for a pawn. Pawn was amazing there.
He immediately jumps in on the light squares. Take, bishop h7 is strong. Wins the knight.
Yep.
And also knight at h7 is still a threat. Yeah, it's really difficult to play these French positions if you castle kingside and your opponent gets a lot of flow. Oh, and rook takes g7 on gulamalirises board. And he could have missed that. Is there anything there?
Gulamalirises seems to be safe enough, so he's gonna go for this attack.
Yeah, probably knight at f5 now.
Oh, the queen trade mates now. But blitzbullet is up time.
I'll have to buy time. But also, yeah, he's just mating on his board. That's a nice find. He has to go knight h4, bishop g7, and something on g4.
Rook at h, yeah.
Oh,
made immediately because of the pin.
That works too.
That was not the match. We're gonna keep going. Score is 15-5.
Second match point. Once again, they have a better position on the opening, I think. more comfortable position at least. Oh, this knight on g5 is potentially annoying to deal with, so he gets a piece for to continue his attack. Okay. Now that knight's gonna be really annoying for Plotkin because he has to cover knight at f3 check and pawn takes rook.
Yeah, he's gonna use a bishop. Makes sense.
That's very nice. Defends both threats at once. However, now 12-10 is safe. So I think the tides have completely shifted, and now blitzbullet and 12-10 are in control of the game.
Gulamalirises is trying to make a maiden net though. Attacks and defends. So a rook mates for Gulamalirises. He's up 5 seconds.
And both of them are attacked. Oh, but he does have a perpetual.
So
very nice. He has mate.
Wow. So yeah, that could be over the board. This would be a simultaneous mate. That should be a draw. But online, it is much easier to pre-move an on the board move than a piece drop. So on the board moves always win.
And that's the match.
That was match point, and our final score is 16-5. Favoring 12-10 blitzbullet.
It looks like a really drastic result, but 5 points is actually the most that any team has taken off of the top two teams, or the top two seeds.
So, were both of these teams winners from the last round, or was one of them a loser?
Oh yeah, both of them were winners.
Okay, so neither of these two teams have been eliminated. The littleplotkin team still needs to win another one to progress. Zizon points out in the chat that the first 6 games, Plotkin lost all of them in the opening, then it was semi-close. Yeah, Plotkin found ways to adjust. Honestly, I think the two big match deciders were, number one, blitzbullet's open structure where it was impossible to attack him. And number two, the slight speed advantage of blitzbullet in 12-10. So littleplotkin and gulamalirises, they sped up later in the match. So there was less of a speed advantage as we went forward. So let's look at the calendar real quick. I don't believe there's any other games today, but on Saturday, I see 2 matches. 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have under 2000 section, Czech for Chess and Darvaki versus Shuvalov and Adam Sadovsky. 7 p.m., we have Katesk and Jeffrey X versus Grandmaster Abikovsky and some fish. And Sunday, we have 2 p.m., E-Carf and Ego Smasher versus No Chewy Candy and Marvel and DC for Life. 8 p.m., we have Return to the Liger and Clock King Switcher versus Chicken Cross Road and Helm's Knight. And my understanding is basically the Saturday match is going to be another winner's bracket match, and both Sunday matches are going to be loser brackets. So the Sunday matches, someone will be eliminated from each of those games.
Yeah, those will be the exciting ones to watch out for because they're fighting for their lives.
For sure.
And also they're more evenly matched than perhaps some of the other open matches that are happening this week.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much the end of the stream here. We're going to find someone to raid. Let me just look in the chess category real quick. I think we're going to raid Prof. Blundermaster, who is currently streaming some 4-player chess. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to 1800 Strength for commentating with me. Let me give a few shout outs before we finish. Littleplotkin is a streamer. He streams mostly chess, mostly late night. He streams maybe 5 or 6 times a month, if that, sometimes less. But he's an international master, usually streams on Lichess. Worth checking out. He has also gone far in the Crazy House World Championship. He is great at all variants and super entertaining as well. Definitely drop a follow for littleplotkin. My co-commentator here, 1800 strength, also streams. Worth the follow. blitzbullet actually created, 12th Teen created a streaming account, as did blitzbullet. I think 12th Teen has only streamed maybe twice. He is Jasugi99, I believe. Let me see if that works. Yeah, let's see him playing chess. So that's 12th Teen's account. So check all them out. Anyway, I'm gonna send you guys to 4-player chess to check out some 4-player. Sorry, to Prof Blunder Master to check out some 4-player chess. And I hope you all will join me this weekend for some more of these matches. I'm going to try to cover as many of them as possible, hopefully all of them. Have a great afternoon, everyone.